Hey, I'm Matt Tompkins, and welcome to The Fix. Let me ask you, does this sound familiar? All right, you want to lose some weight, you know you've been kind of letting it slide, so you decide, I'm going to the gym. You go to the gym, you walk in, you look around, have no clue what you're going to do. You don't even know what machine to pick. You get on the treadmill for a little bit, there's a bunch of meatheads doing stuff, and you're like, what the hell? You're intimidated, you're uneasy, it feels awkward, and best case scenario is you default back to what you did in high school in gym class, in PE, which does you no good unless you're trying to, try out for the high school football team again. So here are 5 things that will help you get started, because it is hard. It's hard to just start the process of looking and feeling better with your fitness and nutrition. First thing, know where you're at. You got to know where you're starting at, all right? And I don't mean just your weight, okay? I highly recommend, and this is what I did, to go to your doctor, get lab work done, get your blood work done, because that'll tell you, where your cholesterol is. It'll tell you where your blood sugar is. It'll tell you, you can even get your body fat percentage, because that's a better indicator. I ignore BMI completely because that can be way off. So body fat percentage is really key, because then you can really track your progress. If that's going down, you may weigh the same, you're building up muscle, but as long as that fat's burning down, then you're good to go. You can also, if you don't have insurance, a little tip for you, you can also go to a number of hormone replacement places in town, like testosterone, and most of them will give you a free test, and they'll do the same blood work. They'll go through everything there. I also recommend that because I did that and I found out that my testosterone was severely low. So I had to supplement my body with the testosterone replacement therapy. That was low because of my years of addiction. So that was a symptom of that. So I had to figure out where I was to know what I needed. Okay. Once you know where you're at, number 2 is goal setting. Okay. You have to set your goals before you step foot in the gym or before you go to the grocery store to get your food. Okay. So if your goal is, all right, I want to lose 10 inches off my waist, or I want to have a 6-pack again, or I just want to tone up a little bit, all right, or I just want to have more energy. Write down these goals, and I'm talking like big goals, but then also short-term goals along the way. Once you know what your big goal is, like for me, my goal was, okay, I want to get back to where I had a 6-pack. I'd like to get down to like 185. At the time, I'm weighing like 227. And so I knew that, okay, so my goal for the next month is, I want to lose 5 pounds and I want to take 2% off my body fat percentage there. And so you need to set goals, and you need to set short-term goals, because when you achieve those goals, that's just going to motivate you more to keep going and achieve more goals along the way. Number 3, you need to build your workout and your nutrition, what you're putting into your body, before you do anything. Once you know your goals, you can build that around your goals. Okay, there's a number of different workout programs and nutrition advice and just food that they recommend for you for whatever your goal may be. I highly recommend that you keep things simple, keep it easy. Don't try and overcomplicate things, because if it's not something you're going to actually do, you're not going to stick with it. All right, and with nutrition and diet. Nutrition is where you're going to get that 6-pack, if that's what you're going for, more than the crunches. The crunches aren't going to give you a 6-pack because you can't see it, because it's covered up in fat. So if your nutrition, your diet, what you're eating, that's going to determine that factor. Now, big thing here, I will tell you, I am not a fan of really any fad diet, because like keto, for example, does it work? Yes, it does. Can you do that for the rest of your life? No, it's impossible. No, it is not feasible to do it for the rest of your life. So, maybe you want to do that to drop 20 pounds and then you're cool with gaining 10 back and having a diet or whatever. But I like the strategy of a long-term, just steady increase along the way. That's going to help you keep it simple, keep it easy. B, you can actually eat food that isn't just, bland and terrible. You can still eat food that's good and tastes good, so you're not just miserable all the time, eating nothing but egg whites. It'll help you get to that goal, but it's also sustainable, all right? So it's like, you got to imagine, we put this fat on our bodies over a span of 10 or 15, 20, 30 years, all right? So to think we're just going to drop it all off in 3 months and keep it off, it's just not realistic. So, think, okay, over the next year, here's where I want to be at with my goals. And so cater your diet, your meal plan to that. Next thing, number 4, know what you're doing before you hit the gym. Okay, so pick out what workouts you're going to do. Okay, I like to do supersets. Supersets are where you basically combine a number of different lifts and you do them back to back to back. I like to do that because it keeps your heart rate elevated through the whole time. It's strength training, but you're also getting that cardiovascular workout at the same time. And that was a big thing that helped me lose almost 40 pounds right there, to be honest with you, is that was a really, really good workout. And you can knock it out fast. You can knock it out in about 40 minutes. Know what you're doing, though, and use proper form. Pay no attention to anybody else in the gym, all right? None. I mean, put your headphones on and just focus on what you plan to do for that day, and that's it, all right? Because those guys in the gym who are lifting tons of weight, why are they doing it? It's just for ego. It's for their own ego. Nobody else is ever going to know how much they lifted, and nobody else cares, okay? If you go into the gym and you think, well, I think I need to be lifting heavy weight too, that's just your ego talking to you. So just ignore that and focus on what you actually plan to do. Don't be embarrassed. Okay, I go in there and with my shoulder replacement, I can't do heavy weight. So I'm lifting pretty lightweight when I'm doing upper body stuff. But I've figured out that if I do it really slow, concentrated lifts, or if I do, 2 or 3 times the number of lifts, I can get an even better burn. My muscles will tear and rebuild and get even better, if bigger and better, if I do it that way than I did it when I was 23 lifting, 400 pounds. Okay, so know what you're doing before you go to the gym. Have a plan. Bring a notebook and keep track. All right. Last thing here, number 5, consistency is king. Okay, I mentioned earlier, keep it simple, keep it easy, and that was huge for me because I'm extremely lazy. All right, I work early in the morning, so when I get up in the morning, it has to be ready to go. When I'm at work, it has to be something I can throw in the microwave, or I'm not going to do it. And honestly, you can go out and buy meals that are prepared, and they got some that'll ship to your house, but I didn't have that kind of budget. So what I did is on Sundays, I would cook up about 30 egg whites, put them into containers. I would use either rice, or I'd use cheesy rice to give it some flavor. Or I like using potatoes too, like just golden potatoes, baking them in the oven for 45 minutes, and then boom, dump those in there. So you got your carbs, you got your protein. I would wake up in the morning, I would have a double scoop protein shake, and I would have a protein bar, a Special K protein bar, and then I'll have a cup of whole grain cereal. That's my breakfast. That's what gets me started at 5 a.m. And then at 8 a.m., that's when I have my next meal. I eat every 3 hours, all right? So 8 a.m. is when I have the potatoes and the eggs. 11 a.m., I may have potatoes and eggs again, or I may have, a turkey sandwich or whatever. But keep it consistent. You need to have things kind of planned and put together in advance so that you'll stick to them and you won't slip. Because if I don't bring food to lunch, then I'm sure this is like a lot of people, I get hungry, I got to eat something, so I'm just going to go grab whatever is convenient. So consistency is king. The number one thing that hits people and causes failure in achieving goals is that people don't stick to it. 90% of people, myself included, have done this over and over and over again. We just don't do it every single day. And that is the secret. That really is the secret. If you're asking me, Matt, how'd you lose 40 pounds? Well, I did it every day. There are no cheat days. Do it every day consistently, and you'll see results. Keep it simple though. Keep it simple. Just easy is king. Consistency is what you need to focus on. So those are 5 tips to get you started, and I hope they help on your journey to fixing whatever it is you set your goals to accomplish here today. Hope to talk to you next time. Thanks for joining us.